Joshua Smith. I'm a student in human communications, and today I will be talking about America's income ratio. America's income ratio has been at a steady rising decline for years. Many people, uh, the percentage of jobs has been up and down for years as well. One of the reasons being is the qualifications that people have for these jobs and don't have for these jobs. Many people are being uh, left doing general labor jobs, which usually requires you getting paid cash. With this job, with you being paid cash, you are not being put in the category of that tax bracket because the government has no idea of how much you're getting paid. So if you're not getting taxes taken out, that's the only way that the government can track what's going on with your income. So if your regular day job, uh, they take taxes out, but that is what will put you on a certain tax bracket. Okay, so everybody has pros and cons within any situation or anything in life. Well, today we gonna worry about America's income ratio, and that always has pros and cons in it, as we see within our country in just today's society. So we're gonna start with the pros because everybody loves, but the good news first. All right. So the pros of being in certain income uh, housing, one would be the upper and middle class tax brackets. These upper and middle class tax brackets, household living conditions are a lot better than lower class living conditions. That's why they're lower and they're higher in middle class. Um, the housing, the structure of the housing is better. The building material is better. Um, the area in which the housing is developed is better. Companies build more around higher and middle class areas because they know that they will get a good return when it comes to, you know, money. Everything's about money, so we know how that works at the end of the day. School curriculum in higher income areas and upper income areas is a lot greater than it is in lower income areas. Teachers alone strive to go to higher income areas because of the fact that they get paid more because the curriculum is higher. It's a better area to raise your children, and the competition is high. It's a lot higher. These teachers that are in these high and middle class areas, they usually are little bit more knowledgeable when it comes to teaching, maybe because of the schools that they attended for higher education. So that's always a plus when it comes to the level of tax bracket that you're in. Now we're going to talk about the cons of being in upper, middle, and lower class incomes. So let's get started with that portion of this presentation. Now, the the cons, just to start off with one, is the tax penalties that are put on top of income households and middle class income households as well. Their tax penalties are a lot higher. They don't really get a lot of tax breaks as much as people may think. When I say upper class, it's a difference between upper class and it's different between um, upper class. Like millionaires, I'm talking about millionaires, billionaires. People that own companies get a lot of tax breaks. At the same time, they get a lot of things that they have to pay for because it comes with owning a business and having a certain amount of employees. Um, One of the biggest cons of this all is the crime rate when it comes to, and this is usually in the lower income areas. The crime rate from 2015 to 2016, the rate increased by 8% in lower income household areas. Um, and that's mainly because of it's not just the area, but it's because a lot of times these kids and even these adults, young teens, they don't have much. So I have a resolution that I feel uh, could help better the economy. I wish I could run for president, and I actually can. And one day I plan on doing it. I just got to get better at my speeches because that's the first thing that people are going to look at is how you present yourself. Unfortunately, this country is not built on what somebody's really going to do. It's built on what somebody tell you they're going to do, which is actually, and they don't do it, which is actually what's called a liar. Um, so yeah, so my resolution. So let's get started with the resolution part and my conclusion as well. The biggest way to increase household income could be to lower some of the qualifications of jobs. Many jobs look for 5 to 10 years experience, and or they look for a number of certifications when it comes to, um, to the future employees trying to get a job. And a lot of these people, usually even people that's been out of college for years, they got master's degrees or bachelor's degrees, and they have the credentials all day long to work these jobs, but they don't have the experience. They may have worked a job for years that had nothing to do with what they went to school for. So now that they're trying to find something in their actual field that will potentially pay more money, so they can live in a higher class tax bracket. Another resolution will be lowering the cost of items, things that we have to have on a daily basis, food, hygiene, things of that nature, gas. I drive a 2017 Camaro, and it costs $50 to fill up. But if prices of gas continues to rise past $2, $3, you know, that's taking more out of my pocket. And say I'm making a certain amount of, every 2 weeks or a year. Um, I'm having to increase my spending, my expenses, while my income stays at the same place where it's at, which means it takes away from uh, basically my spending money, and what I'm able to do or money I'm able to put to other businesses supporting them.